Hello everyone, welcome to this new video on bold reports. In this video, you will learn how to use the report loaded, report error, show error, hyperlink, and drill through events in an Angular application to interact with reports. Events are specific actions in the report viewer that you can respond to programmatically. These events act as triggers. So when something happens inside the report viewer, you can run custom logic like injecting data sources, showing a friendly error message, intercepting drill-through navigation, or controlling hyperlink behavior. For this demo, I'll be using an Angular application in which I've already integrated the Bold Reports report viewer component. There's a link in the description to the setup tutorial for this app, so you can follow along from the same starting point. I'll start with the report loaded event. This event triggers when the report is loaded and the viewer is ready to process it. This is the right place to set data sources and parameters from the client side. I locate the Bold Report Viewer tag in the app.html file and add the report loaded event. Now I'll change the report path and implement the onReportLoaded method. In this method, I'll inject a dataset into the productDetails.rdlc report. The dataset name is case-sensitive, and it must match the dataset name inside the report definition. I run the application. As soon as the report loads, the report loaded event triggers, the data source is applied, and the report renders successfully. Next, I go back to the app.html file and add the event binding for report error. This event triggers when an error happens during report processing. A quick way to demonstrate this is to intentionally provide a wrong dataset name. I change the dataset name from product list to an incorrect name, product sales, and add the error handler. I refresh the browser. Now the report fails during processing, and you can see the report error event is triggered. This makes it easier to spot report definition issues during development. Now let's look at the show error event. This event triggers when a report item has an issue like an invalid expression or a missing field reference. For this demo, I'm using the sales order details report, which contains an intentionally incorrect expression in the text boxes. I open app.html and add the show error event binding. I open app.ts. Change the report path to a report that contains errors, and implement on show error. I refresh the application. The report attempts to render, but because an item expression is wrong, the show error event triggers and displays the error details. This is where you can show a friendly message and log the full error details for debugging. Next, I'll show the hyperlink event. This triggers when a user clicks a URL inside the report. This is useful when you want to track link clicks, validate domains, or decide whether to allow navigation. I open app.html and bind the hyperlink event. I change the report path to a report that contains hyperlinks and implement the hyperlink method in the app.ts file. Inside the method, I can handle the navigation exactly the way I want. I refresh the browser to render the report. I click a hyperlink inside the report to trigger the event and navigate to that page. Finally, I'll demonstrate the drill-through event. This triggers when the user clicks a drill-through action in the report, usually to open a detailed report. For this example, I'm using the Customer Support Analysis report, which acts as the main report, while Customer Support Representative Analysis is the sub-report. I open app.html and bind the drill-through event. I go back to app.ts. And implement the drill-through method. Inside the method, I assign the sub-report name to the report path and parameter value. I run the application and render the customer support analysis. Now I click the drill-through link inside the report. The drill-through event triggers and the detail report opens based on the parameter. In this video, I have shown you how to implement the report loaded, report error, show error, hyperlink, and drill-through events in an Angular application. To learn more about Bold Reports, you can visit boldreports.com. If you don't have a Bold Reports subscription, you can try out the platform with a free trial. If you prefer a demo from an expert, selecting Request Demo allows you to schedule one. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like it. Thanks for watching.